Hi Elasticsearch fans, finally we got to the end of the road. Now we are ready to investigate the search service. So let's return to our controller. Here we have our search service with a search method that takes our criteria detail object as an argument. So let's open our search service class. As you can see, it has rather simple structure in our case. We are injecting here Elasticsearch operations object and query builder as dependencies using auto-wiring. The method we are interested in is search. Here, query builder creates our final native search query using our DTO criteria object. Later, we simply run a coding query against Elasticsearch and transform a coding results to search page interface. Now, please have a look at the dependencies hotel search folder, where we have our query builder class and filter. Our query builder implements query builder interface. It has only two methods, that is create query and get search, that returns our final native search query. And here at query builder by itself, which implements our query builder interface, the most magic happens. Let's return to our logical scheme for a while. As you remember, query builder is injected to our search service, and query builder performs different filters, aggregations, sort fields, paging operations. You can see all that at create query method. So we are setting some page offset here, filters, aggregation, sorting, and fields. In case fields, aggregation, and sorting, I left it for you as a home task. The mostly I wanted to show you here is setting filters and filter design pattern. So we are having some settings of filters, which are used by query builder to create final search query to Elasticsearch at our search service. So let's have a look at implementation. So here at set filters, we are creating our bool query builder, and then we are checking our criteria detail object, and while having a coding parameters, we are applying a coding filters to the bool sections we are interested in, like must, should, or filter. Here is the list of filters we created. So let's investigate it one by one. At first, let's open city name filter. So it is using match query and with fuzziness. That is rather interesting feature. That means maximum edit distance allowed for matching. In practice, it means that we allow two types in red, and Elasticsearch will still allow us to perform correct search. Cool, isn't it? So next we are having simple hotel age filter, that is a range query. That is how it is built using Elasticsearch data package. Hotel name filter, that is simply match query against name field. And geo distance. So we are using our geo coordinates, and that is geo distance query. Again, according latitude, longitude, and distance in kilometers. So we are constructing our filters to must, should, filter conditions, and despite that object-oriented approach should make our life easier, in practice it is not so easy to be used for using that. Imagine that you can have such 30, 50 such filters. It is rather easy to make some mistakes at composing complicated structures. You will need to constantly debug your final JSON query. Which way can we do it? First option is to configure a debugger at your code editor with how to load for our compiling. That is rather good solution, but as many people as many IDE and configurations, and it would be difficult to show how to configure debugging at least for the most popular code editors. Fortunately, a rather universal solution exists, and that is using the native search query class method by itself. Please have a look at get raw result query at search service. Here is that method, and here we are taking our native search query that was built by query builder, and simply we are transliterated it to string, and in fact that will return us our raw JSON query for debugging and verifying if all is correct. And if we will return to our main Spring Boot ES application, as I remember, I told you that I create two methods for debugging and for learning purposes. So let's check that show raw JSON. So in fact, we are performing here the same building our DTO, and then we are using that get JSON query, which is simply returned as a result. So you can copy that test URL for searching that we already used at our Swagger. Copy it here, check once more that all is working. That is our results. But to verify the row.json query by itself, simply copy that prefix, show row.json, and replace search here. Then you can check view page source, and look, that is our row.json query that is sent by our application to Elasticsearch. Do you recognize it? That is the same we already had at our second course section. Here we have many additional things that are generated by Spring Data framework, but the main structure is still the same. So we are having our must query, which is consist of matched against name. Then we have bool query as an example in a must section by itself. Then filter, where we are adding geodistance, and should section with our age range filter. Let's copy that whole query and let's paste it here at our Elasticsearch plugin, any request section. So put here hotel search. Remember to add additional query wrapper to our final query. And you can perform a coding request. And that is results from Elasticsearch, which are simply processed by our application and transformed to our simple response view. So now I hope that you understand why it is so essential to understand the basics. As now you are completely aware what is going on here, you can easily read the query at lower level. You can understand what was done wrong at upper level in case of some errors on expected results. Now you should understand that any programming language that is only a high-level wrapper, but basics always still the same. When you understand fundamentals, then you can realize any logic within any programming language. There is also one additional API point, show criteria here, and it mostly used for verifying how did your criteria object was built. So you simply can change here the prefix, show criteria, and leave the list of get parameters, view page source, and here you can see how did your objects looks like. Suppose that will help you to play with criteria transformations if you would like to investigate or modify it to some more advanced examples. Hope that you enjoyed that part of the course. I also very much hope that you could get out for yourself a lot of interesting and useful information within that and previous parts. Thank you for being with me the whole time, and see you in the next and the last section of our course, where I will tell you about using Elasticsearch for production.